Hi, I'm Josh Hollander from Hollander Landscaping Limited. We did a landscape here last year, a small courtyard in Toronto. When we came here originally, there was a small deck, not very functional landscape area to sit down here. There wasn't many plants. It was just kind of a drabby area. So we wanted to create kind of an intimate sitting area down here, but also have an open view from the deck and create a bit of a perimeter planting for them to enjoy. We started by removing everything. We removed the whole backyard. We took apart the deck. We kind of prepared the base for all this stonework here. So that was the first thing we did. We used a product that was kind of a tumbled stone, so it gave it a bit of a rustic feel. And then we blasted with plants just to soften up all the stonework. We tried to get some height by putting in some large trees along the back for some privacy. They're pyramidal trees. They're called European hornbeams. They're very low maintenance. The second row of plants going in front of them, we put in hydrangea shrubs, and they're very low maintenance. They only go to 4 feet, they flower, you cut them back at the end of the year, they come back the following season. When we came here, along the back, there was already some ivy growing, so we thought it would be a good idea to introduce some more screening, and we planted some more ivy just to kind of fill up the back of the fence. On both sides, to kind of complement each side and get some height, we put in some custom ripped cedar screens, and then we covered them with clematis, which is a flowering vine. And then there's a few perennials that we've put in all around, very low maintenance. After the stonework was done, we thought we'd kind of complement each corner and try to keep it very symmetrical. So we did a boxwood hedge in a square planter here, and inside here we have a PG hydrangea tree. The flowers kind of hang down, drape over. Flowers late in the season, so it's a nice accent to the gardens. Right beside the deck, we put some river stone, and there's some hard surfacing like the stonework, so it makes it a little bit stark. So what we decided to do was add some big, large ornamental grasses to the area, which will grow probably about 5 to 6 feet tall, and they'll just really soften the wood, the stone, and kind of be a transition between the stone and the wood. We ran in some drip hoses all the way around all the plants, the trees in the back, around all the perennials. All she has to do is hook up her hose, turn it on for half an hour every other day, and it waters everything. Grass wasn't working here. It was a very difficult situation. It's a high traffic zone. We do a lot of this artificial synthetic grass, which is very popular now for either high shade areas or highly trafficked areas. Once a season or twice a season, you just have to brush it to kind of get the grass to kind of stand up on straight, but other than that, it's very low maintenance. Last season, we did all the stonework and all the planting. This season, we came back to do the landscape lighting on the property. It's actually a good thing to do it after kind of the plants have filled in a little bit, because then you can kind of see where exactly you have to light up. So on the trellises here, we installed lights to downlight the clematis that are growing up, the ripped lattice. And then in these garden beds, these 4 little square garden beds, we put in little uplights for these smaller trees. So they're smaller to keep it in scale with the landscape. And along the back, we have 5 pyramidal hornbeams, and we lit up everyone individually just to kind of give us a really nice backlit scene. We put in 3 path lights around the deck to see where you're walking. I find landscape lighting to be very important. At night, there's a complete different dynamic. It's more about texture and feel at night. It's creating a setting. And a lot of people, working during the day, when you come home and it gets dark, you want to sit outside. It creates just a nice setting for you. This space, I would describe, it's a smaller space, but it's very well thought out. I think there's a good balance between plant life and functional sitting area. We wanted to create space. So by putting in a lower patio, by opening up the upper deck, we've created kind of different areas to sit and to dine down here. And I think with the plants, it kind of gives you a real private feel back here. So that's what we were trying to create.